Hey, welcome back. And today I'd like to talk to you about another Bluetooth soundbar, not necessarily a speaker like I did with the Movu Go speaker. This one is a soundbar, and it's this one here from Creative. This is the Creative Stage Air V2, or I guess that would stand for version 2. Now, I left a protective wrap on it just to show you what it's going to look like when you take it out of the box. Of course, it comes in a plastic bag as well, so it's pretty well protected. So let me take this off. No, I'm not playing porn music for that. And as you can tell, it's very glossy, and already it's attracting dust, those little specks on it. See? Dust is gone. And of course you get 2 rubber feet on the bottom, nothing on this side. You get the Creative branding, and you can just about see the speakers on the inside. On the back, you got a 3.5mm jack. You got the USB Type-C port, some information right there. Of course, I already told you about that. And on this side, you got the Bluetooth button, up and down. And right in the center there is the power button. Now, this does utilize Bluetooth 5.3, 20 watts max power. It has a built-in battery of 2200 milliamp hour battery, or 2200 milliamp hour battery in this, which means it'll give you up to 6 hours of playback time. But that also means the louder this goes, the shorter that runtime is. Now, the other thing I wanted to make mention is you can actually, according to Creative, I didn't do it because I don't want to destroy this thing. Allegedly, you can actually change the battery on the inside as well. So if you wanted a bigger battery, you know, something like a 3000 milliamp hour battery or something, there's a way to take it apart, and if I remember, I'll put a diagram of that in the description below if I remember that. But inside the box, you get some warranty information. This is kind of, I don't know what information that is, to be honest. It's a couple different languages, and this thing here probably just tells you a little bit about everything. You get a nice little guide. It's a nice big old fold out sheet of everything that tells you what everything is. Wish they would have done it in, you know, like a little book instead of this way, but it's probably cheaper to print it that way. You do get an auxiliary cable right there, and if you notice, it's a TRS, meaning, like, see the 2 black lines? To TRS. And you do get a charging cable. It's about a 3-foot cable, or I believe that's 1.5 meters, or maybe just 1 meter. You get a USB Type A to USB Type C charging cable along with this speaker. And let me just show you, yeah, the glossy thing is kind of a fingerprint magnet. I wish they would have done it more like this, like a matte finish all the way around instead of this glossy thing, but can't have everything, right? Now, you can actually connect this thing up 3 ways. Of course, you got the Bluetooth. You can use the charging cable into a USB port and use it that way. Or you can use the auxiliary cable into your device and then into the speaker, and you can have audio that way as well. And that's pretty much it about all of the specs. I'm going to throw some charts up, some pictures and stuff to show you a little bit more about all the functions and whatnot. And if I can get that thing about how to replace the battery in this thing, I'll put that up too, if I remember, you know, if I can get it and remember to do so. And then I'm going to show you this thing in action. And then I'll come back to my final thoughts. I'm standing at the front door, right there. And way over there is the speaker. So I'm going to start playing some songs from the YouTube library. And sorry if it's a bit shaky, I'm holding the iPad with one hand. So here we go. And I'm going to walk all the way up to the front towards the speaker, playing different songs as we go. And yes, I got my device and the speaker turned up all the way for this demonstration. Whoops, can't play them. Alright, just to let you see how far again I walked from. There's the doors I was standing by. And I'm going to walk back there again while playing some songs. Down by the doors again. And I hope this was a very good demonstration for you. Now, let's get back to my final thoughts. Alrighty, so what do I think of the Creative Stage Air V2 Bluetooth soundbar? I really like this thing. I've done some soundbars before. Some of them were really for just a computer. Some were kind of a little bit more versatile where you can use it on a TV and stuff and whatnot. But this thing really kicks all of their butts. It gets quite loud. The bass response, once again, it's kind of hard for you, the viewer out there, to kind of judge it because you're listening to it not only on YouTube, because that's compressed quite a bit, but also you're listening, or you heard the music coming through the built-in microphones of the iPad. And sometimes that doesn't always do devices like this justice. I don't care who you watch, a lot of times you really don't get the full effect unless you actually listen to something like this in person, okay? But the bass response on this is really, really good. Is it for bass heads? No, but you got a lot of excellent bass in here. Yes, it does give you a little bit of a good amount of a rumble to it. It's not muddy at all. It's very clean sounding bass through here. The mid-range really does punch through the mix, and it's really clean and clear. So like anything like vocals and the hi-hats and things of that nature, even like if a drummer makes a mistake or not really a mistake, but accidentally hits, say, the rim of a drum, you can really hear it with this. The high end is very crystal clear and crisp. You can really hear stuff coming through. Just like the Movo Go, I think Creative tuned this a little bit more towards the mid-range and bass or low end. And then they added the high end in just enough, maybe a touch bit more than that, to make everything pull together and make everything sound really crystal clear and clean. Now, the one thing I will say about this one, though, is when it was turned up all the way, it also does depend upon the device you're listening to. Some of my devices, like my iPad, oh, by the way, I do got a new Pixel 7a. When I'm listening to those two, or even my Samsung Galaxy S7, each one of those are different. And what do I mean by that? Well, not only in audio reproduction, some of them tend to be a little bit more bassy or a little bit more high-end or mid-range-ish, but also in volume. By far, I'm going to have to say my new phone, the Google Pixel 7a, has the loudest volume out of all three devices between my Samsung Galaxy S7, my iPad 9th generation, and the Pixel phone. The Pixel phone has the loudest volume. Now, with that, you can hear that with this speaker that if it was even 1 watt louder, if you will, it would start distorting, or distortion would start creeping in. So Creative really, it sounds like they did is they said, okay, this thing can handle 20 watts, or probably, let's just say this thing could probably actually handle more in the area of 25 to 30 watts. But so it won't blow your speakers out in this thing. They somehow were able to reduce that or limit it down to 20 watts. And I think that's a real good thing because the audio reproduction of this is fantastic. I even hooked this up to my TV and watched a few good movies, anything from comedies all the way up to good sci-fi movies and horror movies where there's a lot of explosions and screaming and yelling and things of that nature. Even some war movies with some nice big booms in it. This was able to handle it, and I was very happy with the audio reproduction from this speaker. The only thing that could make this even better is if they would have included some kind of a remote control, even if it was just for volume. That would have been great if they could have just had something for volume on it. But if I'm not mistaken, they got other speakers or sound bars like this that does have a remote control. So is it worth you getting the Creative Stage Air V2 Bluetooth speaker? Yes, it is. It's definitely worth it. If you want to improve your sound, not just say on your laptop, but if you got a small enough room. I mean, if you got a big old living room, this probably won't work for you unless you really don't like high volumed items anyway. But like say if you're in your bedroom or in your office or something like that, nice smaller type room, this will be definitely worth getting for you to watch a movie on a TV or YouTube videos on your TV or something like that. So I would definitely get it for that. So it's definitely worth every penny, like I said. So if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. And don't forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you could share this video along with a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.